Hey, beautiful soul. Welcome to the Coconut Soul Podcast. Nikki here, your host. Today, Christine Vibrant, your guest, will be talking about how your curiosity leads your transformation. In this episode, Christine will talk about how you can approach yourself with curiosity and how at one point you probably lost touch with yourself, and how it would be a good idea that you rediscover who you are. Christine Vibrant is a South African who has lived and worked in New York City, Taiwan, the Space Coast, Florida, and now Texas. Christine works with committed and motivated individuals who want to transform their lives and step into the best and healed versions of themselves. Her International Coaching Federation accredited dual life and health coach certification mean an abundance of experience with a holistic approach. Christine is the host of a Walking Approach with Christine Vibrant. As you watch Christine's interview, make sure to listen to the end as she has a special gift for you. Also, as Christine says, remember, you are loved, you are valued. You deserve this absolute journey of curiosity and of acceptance. Hello, Christine. It's such an honor and a blessing to welcome you as a guest on the Coconut Soul Spirit. I feel so amazing. I feel it in my body. You have a beautiful, beautiful spirit, a beautiful soul. Christine, I know you have a lot of wisdom to share with our viewers. You're inspiring and you're empowering. So let's start right now. I'd like you to tell us about your self-love journey, please.
Nikki, thank you. And thank you, everybody who's tuning in. Thank you, everybody who's listening. Thank you for showing up. Nikki, this is something, as we've been just connecting with each other. And can I just bless this connection for a minute?
Amen. Please do.
Connection? Yes. Part of the self-love journey is challenging yourself to be all of who you can be. Mm-hmm. And as cheesy as that sounds, that is truly it.
It's funny that you say that, because there's so many cheesy expressions that are also chewy, but they're true once we understand them and we integrate them.
It's so true. And part of the self-love journey, I want to say one of the most important parts, curiosity. Curiosity about who I am, where I've come from, who I've come from, what made me, what I can unmake that doesn't serve.
That's powerful.
This is the thing that we're accepting about ourselves, and we have to accept. Have to accept. And it doesn't mean that you make whatever has happened to you okay. Because whatever has happened to us, whether it's been bad or good, is part of who we are. Your self-love journey, when you approach it with curiosity, it gives you that wonderful space for compassion.
Yes, that's so important. Yes. So compassion, you mean for others, for yourself, or for yourself? Okay.
Both. Because here is the truth about the self-love journey. Doesn't end.
It does not.
It does not end.
But it begins.
Yes, it begins when you let it. It begins when you let it, and it works and it runs when you let it. And it is as simple, Nikki, as showing up. Showing up authentically doesn't matter. This is the thing I learned. Growing up in a country, South Africa, where the system was rigid. Apartheid, where you had to be a certain way in order to be okay. And if you weren't that way, you were very much not okay. What an awful system to grow up in.
It does sound really bad.
Really bad, really bad. You couldn't be who you were. And then as a teenager, I saw things change. And my school was the first school to go open to all races. And my self-love
Wow.
journey was saying, wow, I'm being blessed with the opportunity to learn what it is to be someone else. They're going to share their story. I can also learn what it is to be completely compassionate, saying people are coming into my life, into my space, who are going to bring fear because it's the unknown.
It is.
They don't know what they're going to expect. Who knows? I know what I've been told about people who are not like me. I bet they've been told some scary things too.
So these were your thoughts when you were 15?
These were my thoughts at 13 years old.
13. You were really
13.
mature.
13.
Wow.
But was I mature, or was I just aware? Was I just tapped into spirit?
I like that. Yeah.
Was I just tapped into spirit? As adults, Nikki, we look at children and we forget how much we knew when we were children. You don't know the whole world, but you know what you know.
And sometimes it's about feeling it, Christine. Like, we may not have some words, but we know if it's going well or if it's going wrong, if it's off or if it's blessed.
Yes. Look at how we react as kids. This is where that curiosity comes in. Why was it so okay to dive into change as a child?
I mean, we were open. Everything was new.
Yes. I could run screaming down the hill, roll down the hill.
Yes.
If I tried to do that now as an adult, there'd be people trying to take me away.
Yes, most definitively.
Most of it. So that curiosity comes back in. And it's honoring what you knew as a child and looking back and going, what thrilled me? What was it that thrilled me and what made me feel okay, even when scary stuff happened as a child? You know, and you did that thing and you had to face that punishment that came your way and you were going, oh no. And it felt like your whole world was crumbling, but it didn't.
It did not. It did not.
What did we do? What did we do? Curiosity.
Yeah.
What did you do? I can tell you what I did. So this is
yes, I'd like to know.
Yes.
Don't put me on the spot because
here you go.
I have my stories coming up and I'm like, I'm not sharing those today.
No, but here it is. And this is where the curiosity comes in. We were wild as children and we have to be restrained as adults. So you can't always take your wild out there, but you can take it to the mirror.
Oh, yeah. That's the fun space.
Yes. So go and find that song. For me, it's Cyndi Lauper, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. So I go and get my Cyndi Lauper on. I have a crazy pink wig that I've had for 10 years. Yes, ma'am.
That's adorable.
That's
Do you have it close by?
I have it in my closet, so I can run and go and grab it for a second.
Run,
yes, and show you.
Yes,
I'll be right back. Yes. Can we take a minute? So yes, to the listeners, we're not going to edit this out. I am going.
That's going to stay there. Exactly. We're waiting for Christine.
Call to action.
Runs. Yes. Exactly.
Call to action right now.
Amen.
Think of what it was that brought you joy. I want you to really sit and think, and then I want you to feel. We talked about feelings, not just in your heart. I want you to feel it in your toes. I'll be right back.
Wow. Isn't Christine so amazing? Do you feel the energy? I feel it. And of course we had to look at her with the wig. That's what being mindful is, taking advantage of that moment here and now. And she's back. I cannot wait to see. I am. Oh my, this is fun. Oh boy, you are adorable. So this is a wig I bought in Taiwan. And I have kept it with me. And this, for those days when you wake up and you wonder why, just go, it's okay. This is a day. This is a moment. I know how to work with this moment. This moment feels dense. It feels yucky. Maybe it feels painful in your body. And it's not your fault what happened to you, but it is your responsibility to find a way to work it out of your body so you can thrive. Exactly. Yes, that's powerful.
That's it.
Yeah.
And so we take it to the mirror and we get uncomfortable with it.
So for people who have wigs, I do invite you to post your picture or a short video of yourself with your wig and how you wiggle and dance and how you bring your spirit up when you're feeling down. Christine, for sure, I am getting a wig like that. Well, maybe not. I want it purple, of course.
Do it. Because here's the thing, you've got the wig on your head. And if you're feeling that thrill in your toes, you're wiggling your whole body,
Oh, yes.
minding. We are magical. We are miracles. I had a little stat, and I don't put these together very well. But if you love to research and Google, and I'm one of those people, I want to know why. If you look at the possibility of you from all the billions of limitless possibilities coming together in this world, you are here.
Mm-hmm.
Limitless
Here,
possibilities
now.
of who you are now. Why? Get curious. Why?
That is a question that's deep, quite deep. You're getting us thinking here, Christine. You're getting us engaged.
But that's the self-love. That's the self-love. If I can look at those billions of stats, and I'm one person from South Africa. I mean, my goodness, and I was silent for 5 years. It took an immense tragedy to propel me onto a stage. What is my purpose? And it's never just one thing. And there's Kitty behind me. We always
I love your kitty.
we think, all right, I'm going to hit this goal. I've got a purpose. God's put me on earth. Here's my purpose. But you know, your purpose is multifold. And your purpose is endless and limitless and available to you and accessible to you right there.
It is. Christine, you are so amazing and inspiring. Wow. Now, there's so many questions I could ask, and I could just continue in this empowering state. We have limited time. So where I'd like to go is, you did talk about your school and when you were 13, but what I wonder, when was that precise moment where you realized that you were responsible of taking care of yourself? And there's another part, you could answer the one you want. The other one is to accept that what happened to you was not your fault, was you didn't deserve that, but it was now your responsibility to grow through it.
Big ones.
Yeah.
Big ones. The curiosity came at a very young age. So that 13-year-old, that was a progression of something that had started growing up in a home where my mother was ill. So I'm going to say a word, endometriosis, and a lot of people are going to know. And it's generational. And for what a lot of people don't know is that this goes back generations. But it was never mentioned because we were always just told, when your cycles come, they're going to be painful. This is just the way it is. But it's not. And so growing up in a home where I was very independent, where I took care of myself, where at 7, I walked home alone because somebody forgot to pick me up.
And you did it. You just didn't stay there.
It was just this thing. Yes, it was this thing of, look, this is the world. It doesn't make sense because everybody is telling me this is the way it is. And they're living that life, but it's not working for me. But God loves me. God is protecting me. Spirit is with me. And whatever I'm being taught in my church that doesn't make sense, I have this relationship, which we always
direct.
There is a direct voice. And that voice is telling me that everything that I want is completely possible. So what do I want? I want to know. I want a great big life. I want to know what's different to me. People that are coming in that are different to me can teach me what it is that I don't know. And it was that understanding of, I'm getting to learn. I'm getting to experience more life than a lot of people did. I'm getting to look at what's happening on the American TV and their hero's journey. And I'm getting to have my own hero's journey as a really small child in a small town, in a small country. But guess what? I'm getting guidance.
You are. It's so important what you just said.
Yes.
The part where you got to be your own hero. I think some people do need to hear that. You can be your own hero. And let's see here. We still have a few minutes left. So I'd like to know, what is it? Because hero, some people hear that, like be your own hero, and they may see the ego there. What's the difference between taking or just allowing yourselves to be the hero without being egotistical? Is that how we say it in English?
Egotistical.
Egotistical. Thank you.
So this is it. This is my journey. And this is going to sound very strange. My journey has become ego death.
What's that?
Ego death. So ego death is part of the Vedic traditions. So through my own journey of spirituality, of trying to find answers, of hitting walls, of doing everything the right way and getting sicker and sicker and sicker until I had a near-death experience. And I was sent back to Earth. I wanted to stay. They said, no, baby, you got to go back. And I said, okay. And so I started to find what was the answer. Ego death is whenever that person comes up, whenever your inner child, whenever the wounded self comes up and screams and shouts, and you have that reaction and you're triggered. That self-compassion where you hold that space and you look at that self and go, oh man, oh, I'm so sorry that you're feeling such a strong emotion. And you speak to yourself and you go, thank you for showing me now what it is I've been working through. Thank you for showing me how much pain I have unconsciously been holding onto. Thank you that I'm at a place where I love myself enough to let go. That ego death.
Okay.
That version of me, that version of that wounded self, the version of me who says, I am never going to be able to be independent because I'm disabled on multiple counts. That fearful self. And I go, okay, so what is it? Why are you scared? Well, the collective says when you're disabled, you have to be on social welfare. But the collective has been wrong about many things.
It has been.
Rewrite it. And it's that, looking at that going, now, how do I do it? With compassion. Because of course, it's very natural for us to go, I don't want that anymore. Cut it out, cut it out. But you know, I've had surgery. And when you've had surgery, recovery is part of it.
It is.
Yeah. And we don't see that. And your recovery on your hero's journey, to kind of tie it all together, that is where you find your true spark. Because the hero's journey isn't the big muscle-bound guy. It's not always the top of the hill shouting. It's that valley of the shadow of doubt where you go for your 30 days and nights in whatever way that works. And it's finding what it is that resonates within you, no matter what your culture has taught you to be, no matter what your family expects of you. But that ego death is looking in the mirror every morning. I love you. I love who you are. I love who you're becoming. I love everything that you're manifesting. I love all the lessons you've brought. I love the pain you're showing me because it's showing me how powerful I am. Thank you for showing me. Takes time.
It does. And I appreciate that. Basically, what you're saying is that when there's those fears or doubts or pain, what I understand is that you're not acting or reacting. You're welcoming it as you would do with a good friend. As I often say, you welcome it, you have compassion, and you give yourself the space to live and feel and heal.
Basically, if you look at that moment of pain, how would you want someone to respond to you in that moment? No questions asked, no doubts. If I could go to you with all of my rawness and all you did was accept me and hug me and hold me and soothe me and nourish me until I felt better. But you know, we can't always have that person.
Exactly. And we have to be that person.
We have to be it. We have to be it. And how do you become that when you haven't been shown how? Little, teeny, tiny steps. Everything. And it just starts with curiosity. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I love it. I feel it in my body. These are great tips for people to embark on their self-love journey, to go further, and to be able to step in their purpose. We're going to have to wrap up soon, even if we would want more of your wisdom, Christine. What would be the last word that you would you would like to add today?
The last word I would just like to tell everybody is love yourself. but in such a way, love your unique self, your unique self. And that's where the curiosity is. Get curious about how you love.
I love it. I love it. You're inviting people to be authentic, unique, not to try to copy left or right, and just embrace who they are. That's powerful. I love
Get
it.
playful. Let rigidity go. Go have fun.
Yes,
have
I love
fun.
fun. Yeah. Fun is actually one of my values. So I totally resonate with what you just said. And I'm sure that many viewers are resonating right now with what you're sharing.
This has been thrilling. This has been an aligned connection. And I'm grateful again, just for this blessing, for this connection to everybody who's tuning in whenever, wherever you are. Remember, you are loved. You are valued. You deserve this absolute journey of curiosity and acceptance.
Amen.
And we're grateful to be a part of it in this small way. Thank you so much.
Amen. Yes. And everything you've said, Christine, they are because they are. You are. On this beautiful note, everybody, we're going to say bye-bye and we will see you soon. Bye, Christine.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching. Your curiosity leads to your transformation. And as Christine has mentioned, curiosity gives you that wonderful space for compassion. If you want to grab your free 15-minute strategy session, make sure to click the link probably below. Make sure to watch the next episode with Tara as she will talk about the power of loving yourself as who you are. Once again, I'm Nikki, your host of the Coconut Soul Podcast. See you soon. Bye-bye.
No. You have to be strong for it, and you have to have a mindset, the positive mindset. So that's basically when my self-care, self-love journey began, when I became an entrepreneur. Before that, I didn't have any self-care, self-love. And I knew that I needed a way to deal with my anxiety. So that's when self-love came about.